Alrighty, I'm coming on back. Spent a chunk on a very pretty cloak. Ooh. That's awesome. The only cloak I own, my mom made for me, and it's very pretty. Oh, you're hoping for some advice. I'd have to see your face and what your hair looks like, as is. To know what would look good. Colors do you like? Haven't seen my brown hair in years, so I'm not like I'm sort of qualified. Well, yeah, obviously, pick one that you like. Part of the reason I went orange was because, ow, Jesus. Can you guys see that bruise on my finger? One of those plastic, recycling bins, you know, the kind that you wheel to the curb. The lid fell backwards and like squished my finger between the thing, and that is heavy. So my finger was like all swollen and giant, and I keep accidentally poking the bruise. But yeah, part of the reason I went orange was because I just wanted to be different. And there's like too many people with blue, too many people with purple, and then my darling Fiona went emerald green, which was the other color that I was considering because I'd never done green before. So that's why I chose orange. But I just keep doing it. I just haven't thought about changing it. I thought about maybe dyeing it black. Now my boss's hair is black. She was also orange for a little bit, and we joked that it was a requirement to work with us. So you had to have orange hair.
A final word, Calvin, before we lay this issue to rest.
Yes?
You don't have any plans to tell the others about this, do you?
What do you mean?
I mean, I only speak for myself when I claim acceptance. I am not sure how the others would take it, and I'd rather not find out. Not while we all have to work together.
It's all right. I understand. I hadn't intended to anyway.
Thank you.
I don't like that. There are ways of finding out without outing him. I only ever dyed my hair once. Temp dye is supposed to be blue and red. Red came out coppery, and it rained that night, so I had purple running down my face. Yeah, yeah, colors will always run a little bit if you get your hair all soggy, but temporary colors wash out, I mean, because they're temporary. So Lego, I wouldn't be frightened by that, but if you go for a permanent or semi-permanent, that shouldn't happen. Should be dyeing your hair tomorrow? Doing half pink, half blue. Ooh, that's awesome. 2/3 pink, 1/3 blue, because of your natural parting. Nice. Bleached my hair and did temp dyes every day when I was cast in a play last year. Oh, that's awesome. Yours is blue-black. Ooh, Simon, I want to see. Just a mermaid green a few days ago. Nice, nice. Tulpa. We played a game called Tulpa. I was like, why is that familiar? It was not a good game. Do not recommend. That game was poop.
We're back.
So what was that all about?
Just some Sorelle issues. Nothing you need concern yourself with.
Nothing to do with the investigation?
Nope.
No. Personal things.
What about Vasco? Have you heard word from...
Salutations! I am returned.
Where is the Bloodless?
In his abode, in a ward which I am certainly disallowed to mention.
You said we could speak with him.
I said he would give you your answers, and answers he has given.
You...
It's all right, Marshal. The answers were our goal either way.
So they were, and so I shall present them. First, the Herald. Unfortunately, he's too recent a phenomenon. Information about him is conflicted, and the most the Bloodless can give is that the Herald is part of a Masquerada faction called the Dactytes.
Nothing new there.
Second, Lysandra, the Whispering Streets.
Labyrinth of the Masqueraders.
How are we supposed to find anyone in that damnable ward?
It will be difficult. The ward is among the city's biggest. Even worse, I doubt she stays in one place. It could take us days.
I have an idea.
What are you asking for? Another contract?
No, information.
About?
I heard you mention that you were going through all these troubles to find the Mariner's brother. Am I correct?
Yes?
Why?
Inspectore, if we tell him, the Bloodless will know. Given that he trades in information, word could get around.
Marshal, you seem to have a disturbingly inaccurate view of the Bloodless and his messengers. Just because we dabble in information does not mean that we spill it all over the place. But of course, you and your bright guild would know nothing about subtlety and secrets, would you? Seeing how you handled Izander and...
Do not defame my guild!
So instead, I should stand here and let you defame mine.
Enough!
Children!
The
Children!
twins have been kind enough to find a location free of the politics of the city. And I will not allow the both of you to drag your baggage along. Within these walls, we are colorless. We are here for one purpose, and that is to get Razatov back.
The Masked Runners have him. It's why we're looking for Lysandra. To lead us to the Herald.
And what's he to them?
He was researching powerful ancient artifacts of the Dementicate. If there's anyone that can get us to them, it's him.
Artifacts that do what exactly?
I'd tell you if I knew.
I see. Thank you, Inspectore, for the trust. You can rest assured that I shan't abuse it.
Now, that plan you were talking about?
The pin drop.
The ruins?
Yes, I can do a thing. Spread rumors.
Do a thing.
Entice Lysandra with word of a cache of masquerines found. And with the Bloodless's help, and trust me, he will help, I can do it by tonight.
That's
You want to bait her out into the
enticement.
ruins?
Hell yeah.
In this time when masquerines are so scarce, I'm certain she will fall for it.
It sounds like a plan.
What's this? The Mariner supporting me now?
Don't make me take it back.
So, Inspectore, what'll it be?
Go. Do what you must.
We should head to the pin drop first thing come sunrise. I will be back here by then.
Do you guys see this uneven table runner? I just noticed it and it's bothering the shit out of me.
I can't believe we just told him.
We didn't have much choice, Marshal. We should get some sleep. Tomorrow's going to be a long day.
That was buggy. Ooh, I will check Simon. You're actually on your laptop. Simon, I'm so proud of you. We need to get you a desktop, though. How's everyone been since however long it's been? Good. Been having some wonderful streams with some wonderful people. That's you guys right there. Hi. St. Jude has been going very well, as you can see. I love my job. And, yeah, things are pretty good. Fancy cherries. Hey, Dins, how are you? Yeah, not too much I can complain about. I mean, being an extrovert in quarantine is hard. But I keep busy enough that it's not usually something that I have time to dwell on, so... fingers crossed it's okay. You get tired of constantly refreshing? I would too. Thank you for the caster command on Dins. Dins, what have you been playing recently?
Ah, I see you found my trove.
What
Treasures
are these?
Untold.
My treasures.
Untold!
Then, the last thing you counted among your treasures tried to kill me.
How many wonders can one
Please,
cavern
Cicero.
hold?
Nala wasn't even poisonous. Besides, biting was her way of showing affection.
Well, at least these aren't alive.
They're very special brews. I'd been cleaning up the estiguary some months ago when I rediscovered a recipe I'd gotten off some Tesseric tourists years and years ago. As you can tell, there hasn't been much business here lately, so I thought I'd try something new. Occupy myself and all that.
Was the recipe any good?
Well,
You haven't tried them?
you know I'm not one for these sort of things, and,
What?
you could try one and tell me what you think. The first to try the batch. Consider it an honor.
Your enthusiasm worries me.
Do it.
Come on, Cicero. For old time's sake.
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
Why do I think I'm going to regret this?
Because you have no faith in your friend, you're rude.
So, what do you think?
Knocked me on my ass.
Cicero! Cicero!
Songs, Ven.
Aegis, I thought I lost you.
How long was I out?
1 minute and 3 seconds.
For a moment, we thought you were dead.
Damn.
I'm surprised I'm not.
You didn't think you could go off dying on us like that, did you? Can you imagine the songs they'll sing of you, dying because you had a bad drink? The embarrassment.
It was worth a shot.
It was worth 10. That thing is potent, Ven.
For a man who just passed out, you seem fine now.
Yes, the recovery period is surprisingly short.
Just water it down. Grog it.
It might hit you like a steed at first, but once it lightens up, well,
Go on, Cicero. Don't leave me hanging. How do you feel?
as though some weight's been lifted. There's a strange clarity to the world.
Huh.
I can't describe it exactly, and I don't know how long it'll last, but I'll admit it isn't the worst feeling.
What news? How excellent!
Indeed. As a connoisseur of fine spirits, I must say your description of it has piqued my interest.
Be warned, though, the initial sensations are not mild. I advise caution.
Well, the mariner is here to take care of us if we so choose to subject ourselves to it, no?
I suppose I could do that.
Perfect. Consider us warned.
Are they all gonna have the pass out juice now? That's very funny. Hollow Knight, of course. Been checking out this fun Picross/murder mystery game, Murder by Numbers. You know, every time I hear Murder by Numbers, I think of that Sandra Bullock movie, which I actually quite like. I looked over there because my DVDs are there and I have it on DVD. Good movie. Also 28 Days, which has nothing to do with any of that, except for Sandra Bullock. And Viggo Mortensen. I really like that movie, 28 Days. Yeah. I just like Sandra Bullock a lot. Moving in with my brother fairly soon. I just sold my old camera in order to get a new camera. Ooh, that is exciting. Co-op Baba Is You. I've never seen or played Baba Is You. Need a lot of sources of noise because you're going stir crazy. Noise, 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 noise. You should just watch How the Grinch Stole Christmas over and over again. That's noise. Turn up the tree with so fluff, blah 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 blah. Or vagina.
Noise me daddy.
Noise me daddy! Thank you for that cheer, Dins. I appreciate it. Don't know that movie? It's a psychological horror, which obviously, if it's not clear from the title, has to do with murder. Really liked it, though. Oh, so this is skill reset. Interesting. And what's this then?
So, the stone.
It doesn't react to any of the chemicals that I've got, and I can't even scratch it. Whatever you've brought me, it's something special. Everstone, perhaps?
Well,
Not familiar with that
I
Foo
can't
Fighters
say
song.
that lives up to my hopes, but thank you nonetheless, Ven.
That was a stupid
You're
joke.
welcome. And,
You?
I am a collector after all, and,
You can have it.
truly?
Why not? Just as long as you tell me if you find anything more.
Of course. Thank you, Cicero. Now, I think I'll run it through some more, experimental.
Vagina!
Oh,
Some
Alexa
more
player Castly never gonna give you up.
I'm sorry I talked over that, Dins. I hope that that worked. Did it work? Shh, wait a second. Your phone isn't loud enough? But... Vagina!
Alexa player Castly never gonna give you up.
What if I'm not talking over it, though? I just wanted to check. Alexa, play!
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you.
Play the booby song! Play the song of my boobies. It's kind of like the song of my people, if my people were boobies. Maybe I have to do it with a British accent. She heard you, but immediately just... Interest? Lost interest? Oh no! Why didn't that go off? Is it doing that thing where it doesn't think you're a sub again? Did that never get fixed? Simon, thank you for showing my boobs to the world. I love penis vagina. Yeah, it works. It must be because of the founder badge, because I think Ghosty Poo tried to do it too. That's so strange. Did you ever look at the video with the Foo Fighters and Rick Astley? I did. I did. That was bizarre. Are you about a day from having to resub? Who? Oh! Dins. Good question. Nope. Alright, it must be the Founder's Badge then. Strange, strange. The fuck is this?
You have something for me?
I promised to make good on our bargain by the day's end.
And the day is almost over.
The lady has delivered as she promised. She has found where your rebel leader has been hiding.
And where is...
And she has given you the means you asked for.
What is this?
It is yours.
Look at those little haunches. It looks like strong mad. Yeah, it does. I'm in the kitchen making salmon and asparagus, and you made my Alexa rickroll me. Yes! That's excellent title. Hey, Papa, how you doing? How do you pronounce the second part of your name? I never, well, I did ask, but you were off doing dad things. A few things in life are true. You'll die at some point, you'll pay taxes, and at some point... Electa is sensationally awe-inspiring. Oh, you! I watched our duet of Bare Necessities. It was adorable, and I was, like, clapping the whole time. Zillion. So I was saying it right. I just assumed that that was how it was said, but I could have been very wrong. It could have been like chi or she or ji. Duet was so wholesome, yeah, and it was really cute. she singing? Does Google Home respond to OK Google? Okay, Google, what does a baby sound like? Apparently, from my mouth, it sounds like some sort of cat human. Hi, kitty in the window. You're on my headset. Womp womp. Dang.
The second canticle? My brother used to sing it quite a bit. He'd often dreamed about what the city was like during the time. I was thinking, maybe if we found the artifacts, found out how they were used to create Masquerades, maybe we could turn back time.
Turn back time!
Make the city the way it was, back in the second canticle. What do you think?
What do you want?
Amadea,
What do you want?
an answer.
I don't hear a question.
I just
Why
asked
are
you a
shutting
question.
me out?
I'm sorry. Were you expecting the world to greet you with open arms?
I hadn't expected it to bury me under ice. When I found out that you were a mask runner, I thought... I don't know, that I could talk to you.
Talk to me.
You were a mask runner, a part of what my brother had once led. Is it so wrong for me to want to connect with his legacy?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Why?
Because I've left that life behind. Who do you think you are to come back and try to talk to me about the war that you weren't even a part of? You don't know what we went through.
He's trying to.
I lost my brother.
I lost my life. Everything that I had, everything that I was, I lost. So don't you dare come back and tell me to talk to you about it.
Then why did you agree to come?
Run away! Why did you set off my Google for funsies?
Oh, my friends. What secrets you've been keeping.
What did it do? Okay, cool. And your phone activated. Yeah, my old Nexus liked to activate when I said things. But this one is the Pixel 3 like light or whatever, and that activates with a bottom phone squeeze, but I often pick my phone up by like gripping it, so I activate it all the time by accident. You know, if you Google horse on your phone, you can put an AR horse in your apartment? No, I never heard of that. Oh no, that's my neighbor's kid. I often hear them in the hallway at like 9 p.m. I'm like, why do you have your child outside? Because it's a baby. Like, it doesn't have speech yet. It's just a baby that cries. It can walk around, but I don't think it's at talking stage yet. I'm like, why do you have your child outside, like, frequently at 9 p.m.? It should be asleep in your apartment. I get confused. Oh, I'm aware of it, I just don't ever think to do it. Why are you using the oven? Because you're making something delicious, I bet. Or, you're making things out of clay. One of the two things. Bake a pie, put oven 180, then I couldn't continue because the oven door was turned to the wall? Wait, what? Yeah, I don't understand either. Take your time reading it again. Okay, I missed it too. Hate ovens, to be honest. I once tried to bake a pie. Put the oven... Oh! You turned the oven 180 degrees. I see it. I get it. I was very confused. I was like, how'd you get the pie in there in the first place? If the door was against the wall? Thought Lecta was a mom. Ha! No. No, no, no. 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 Shall I say it again? No. I've been very open about the fact that I have an IUD, and that is for a very big reason. My uterus is not for rent. Not now, probably not ever. Like to a mom, hey, is it that funny? Or is it just because you know that I don't want that shit? She's our mom? I do not want to be Chat's mom. I love you guys, and I care about you. But I don't want to be your mom. I had enough of that with my ex. Blech. Shitty toxic one, not Fred. Fred's fine. Just Puck's dad. My uterus is not for rent. That's not tier worthy.
This...
Is that some sort of bone flute? No, that's not a euphemism. It actually looked like we picked up, like, a femur that had holes drilled in it. So it's either a flute or, like, an incense holder. That would be fucking sick. A femur that was an incense holder? It would be very shitty at actually catching the ashes. So your ashes would go over all over whatever you set the bone on. But that would be really cool anyway. Is that a bone flute or you're just happy to play me? Ah. Fahrenheit is weird for you as a European. I don't find any of the other systems of measurement strange. I don't know how to use them. Like, I know that 0 is freezing in Celsius, but anything beyond that, you lost me. I have no, like, sense of... Like, if you tell me something in kilometers, I'm like, I don't understand. I know an 8K is about 5 miles. 8K is about 5 miles, that's it. And then a 5K is 3.9. Those are the only measurements that I know. Anything else, I'm just like, that means nothing to me.
I've heard its name before. Doesn't mean I've actually visited it.
What's going on?
The rumors have been spread, but we don't know where the pin drop is exactly.
2.1.
Yes,
you're right, Wormy.
Well, I'd taken for granted that...
That what?
That maybe one of you might have known.
It's a set of ruins, isn't it? You'd know where it is, wouldn't you, Amadea?
It's an obscure set. I've heard of them before, but I should be able to find it if I came along.
Excellent. What are we waiting for, then?
I'm waiting for all these little cutscenes to be over. Wham! 100 degrees out here, my mind. People are boiling. Fahrenheit is centered on people, whereas 0 degrees is really, really cold and 100 degrees is really, really hot. Yes. 1.6 kilometers is 1 mile. Yeah, but like my brain, if you said like, oh, this is 300 kilometers, I'd be like, that means nothing to me. I don't understand how big or small that is. Welcome back, that thing. That thing, that thing, that thing. I think we looked at our masquerades. I just wanted to... Yeah. We looked at all that already. I believe. We did get some new masky business, though. Lightning horses! I don't know what we got that was new, though. Aha! Conjures a maelstrom at the target location that sucks enemies in. That sucks in enemies within 8 meters. See, again, 8 meters. I don't know how big that is. For 4 seconds. Can you pet the cat? No, you can't pet any of the animals. It's very upsetting. Damage reduction. Taunt. Yeah, he's our healer, so I'm gonna keep him on that. As cool as a maelstrom would be. Routing. What's this? He's got a new thing as well. Calls down lightning strikes. Hell yeah. That's awesome. I'm not taking him with me because I'll probably take my healer and Amadea. I said my Willy. Your Willy. It's a funny word for it. Was 300 kilometers long. You would believe me? No, only because I know that 8 kilometers is 5 miles. And I know that 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters, and I know that meters are larger than inches. You knew it was coming? I figured that you would enjoy it.
Today is
Hey,
a special
Bison!
day.
Wanna
Amadea
drop in
will
and
be
say
your
hi?
guide.
Well, thanks.
Are you sure, sir? We know the city like the back of our hands.
Do you know where the pin drop is?
Well, that's... might be the dirt under our fingernails.
Let's go.
About 3 centimeters. No. I would probably not believe you. Oh, so she has got to come with us, so I'm going to take my healer. Yes.
Just my party.
How you doing, Bison?
All right, now stay left. We don't want to cross the roads that circle the old fountain.
So that'll take us through Alamar's alley?
No, you go around that. When you come to the junction, turn right.
But I thought you said to stay left.
Not this time.
Well, that's what you said about Periwinkle Gardens.
Well, I'm saying that again. So listen. Stay left, and when you come across the 3rd Street after the junction of the 7th and 11th...
She's horrible at directions. Cake dork? Oh, called dork.
Did we finally make it?
The ruins are right over there.
Aww.
Oh, thank the ages. I don't think the horses would have survived another turn.
Well, they'll have to, because you can't stay here. It's too open.
And where do you suppose we go then?
There's an abandoned warehouse just off this street. You can hide the horses in there and climb to its top story. It's quite safe. You'll be able to see the pin drop and watch for our return.
Right. Got it.
Poor little goblin. That's so rude. I like the greenery. It's nice. Nice
something?
greenery.
I'm not sure. Sounds like rushing water.
Look at the game torturing us with all these animals we can't pet. Fucking rude. Really fucking rude. Oh, I should ask you guys...
So,
oopsies.
where do you think she'll be?
In a minute.
In the ruins just ahead. No one will think to look for masquerades out here, and...
Stop.
Damn it.
Hello.
Turn around. Well, I'd heard that you'd return to our shores, but you... What are you doing with him?
The company I keep is none of your business.
It is when he abandoned us.
Like you abandoned Invidious.
Amadea, it's been 5 years.
And he's still gone.
You disappoint me, Cicero. I'd been waiting here, hoping to be surprised, but yet you simply walk in.
How did you know?
The ways of the street are my lifeline. You think I would not suspect anything when rumors begin popping up all over the place? You're a fool to think that plan would have worked. I knew someone was baiting me out. I wanted to know who.
Now you do.
Now I want to know why.
Hit me!
I need to get to the Herald.
And you think I will take your hand and lead you there?
I was hoping we could come to an arrangement, yes.
What bridge do you see that I do not, Cicero? What reasons am I blinded to that have made you believe that I have forgiven you for what you did 5 years
Spitting
ago?
on me?
My brother is gone, and...
Because of you! You could have fought for him. For us. Your people. And instead you chose that cape!
I did not choose
Don't
the
cape
Masquerada
shame me.
over you!
No! Even worse. You didn't choose at all. A spineless, pathetic man is easier to hate than even a traitor!
You think I don't know that?
Why do you want the Herald?
The Dactytes have captured a friend of mine. I need to get him back.
And what will you do for us?
My friend was on a quest for great power. If you lead us to the Herald...
Do not lie to me.
I may have burnt my bridges once, but I have not forgotten my roots.
If you are searching for the Herald, there are a few things you must know.
The ruins!
Get down!
Oh shit. That's gonna hurt. I guess there's... We fell in water. Okay. I was like, our spine's broken.
Is
Borked.
Is everyone all right?
Other than the fact that we nearly died.
Nearly. Be grateful.
I just realized her last name is Invidious.
The Dactytes here before us again. Where are we?
This must have been either husband,
The pin
brother,
drop.
or
There's
somebody.
holes in the ground.
Dad.
This must be what's beneath.
There's
Uncle?
so much life here.
There's water from the river and sunlight from above. It's beautiful.
It is really pretty. Yosh! Alright, well, we fell down! We took a little tumble there. I was gonna say something. Oh, yeah. I should ask you guys, and I'll post in the Elite channel as well, where you all want to get up to tomorrow. Cause I don't have any plans. Nothing specific. So yeah, we'll just see what you guys are in the mood to do.
We've got this!
Look at these guys. That's interesting. Ferravero Beta? What's a Ferravero? Squirrel power! I squirrel you. Man, I love having a healer. It's so nice.
I thought the Kilgan were fierce.
We should move. We need to find a way out of this place.
What is this place exactly? It barely feels like we're in the city at all.
We're beneath it. That river over there, I suspect the Kalara drains out through this. The hundreds of years that it's been coursing through here must have been enough to carve out this cavern beneath the surface.
And drain out into where?
The echoing plains, just beyond. It probably joins the Veneta Vita some ways down.
That would make sense. We are at the edge of the city after all.
Come on. Our legs are going to get us out of this, not our mouths.
Okay. What's tomorrow? Elite Dangerous. You can always see the schedule in the panels down below, in the announcements channel on Discord, and on Twitter. Once per week. I'll post the schedule. The schedule. Got more codex entries. Oh, and cutscene.
Lost legacies.
Ooh, that's pretty.
There. That spire cuts through the earth. Might be our exit. What do you think?
This looks like some Tomb Raider shit.
So, Amadea. Invidious?
What did you say about our mouths getting us out of this?
Amadea, this is ridiculous.
I'm sorry if I'm concerned about getting us out.
Who is invidious?
I told you.
If you don't want to talk about it because it makes you upset, then fine. But once it affects the investigation...
It's not.
She opened up to you and you shut her out! We could have used that! Who is invidious?
He brought me into the Masquerada. Taught me everything I know. During your brother's assault on the White Spire, a bunch of us went. I was supposed to go with Invidious. Support him. But when things got rough, Lysandra pulled me out. She let Invidious die. When I found out, I left the Masquerada. End of story. Are we done?
For now.
Then let's move.
Is that so hard? Hey Mia, how you doing? What is up? Oh, and hey JP Stall.
Weapon at the ready.
How be you? How's everybody doing? How's everyone's weekend? I am thrilled that you all are here hanging out. Hanging out. Excuse me. Oh, that wasn't me in there. My bad. Squirrel! Look at it go! That was cute. What are you doing? None of that. Stun. These things are really weird looking. They're cool. I like the, Ooh! Found some more herbs. Or ink, rather. Nothing much going on. Fair. Hi, kitty in the window. I have to go to the store again. I gotta get meatballs and hand soap.
This looks ceremonial.
Religious, even.
About to visit Mom since I hadn't played Scrabble with her in a while. That's nice. Oh, you think I'm gonna go over there? Nuh-uh. Ooh, is this a new engraving? Yes. Haha. Excellent. Look at this. That's cool. This reminds me of a little sketch I did. The, like, robes and diamond-shaped head. That's neat. I like that.
Oh, that's rather elaborate. Who's that? In the middle?
I'm not sure. There's a mark on his head, but I can't quite make out what it is.
They seem to be fawning over him.
They certainly look like they're cleaning him, yes.
What are you
King
talking
of
about?
Sorts, perhaps? There seem to be guards at the edge of the mural.
I don't see that at all.
Too early to say. We should keep moving.
Too yearly. Alright. Hippity ho and away we go. Actually, God, we have so many codex entries. Ugh.
This is where the king was cleaned, it seems.
It certainly corresponds with the mural.
Clean the king. It's time to scrub it up dub. The king in the tub. Get his toes all squeaky. So he doesn't get peaky?
Up there.
I like that door.
What does it say?
It's not Dementica, it's just a symbol. The other doors have it as well.
Hold on. I recognize one of them. The one on the right. There was a collection of stones in the room that looked like it.
Well, back we go. What do you think we gotta do to the stones? Tap dance on them? Push them? Ah. Probably have to bop it. Twist it.
This is it.
Pull it. Flick it.
You think it might be a key of some sort?
Only one way to find out.
You force my
I
hand.
didn't see anything that looked like that at all. Excuse me. Excuse me. The dais was in my way there. Let's go for backstabbing tins. Yes. You think you're gonna invisibility me? No,
At least
sir.
we know it's important now.
No. Let's go down to the king in the tub. Oh, good. I'm so glad that that didn't just get lost into the ether. Thanks, Dins. Always pronounced it Deus. I tend to switch back and forth. I don't know which is correct or if either one of them are acceptable. Put it in the door. I love all the plants in this game.
Another mural.
What's this one about?
This one's a little clearer. They've written the symbol of mind above the mural.
It doesn't look very pleasant, does it?
It's the same man from earlier. The one with the mark on his forehead.
I don't see any mark.
Can you make it out here?
No, but I'm getting the feeling that he wasn't a king.
This is where they laid him out.
I don't understand what they used it for, though.
These tools look painful.
Unfit for a king, surely.
Depends on the king's proclivities. But yeah, I see shackles and what looks like a lot of blood. Old blood.
Here, again.
It's as though there was a procedure that was supposed to be followed. A ritual that brought them through these rooms in this order.
Well, we still have another 2 rooms to go, so let's make it quick.
So you scrub them, stab them. And then what? Squirrel! I like the squirrel. I also really like having the healer. I don't have to pay attention to our health at all. At all whatsoever. So I'm assuming... How are we gonna get in here if we didn't pick up another key? Just... Oh, because they're like 2 pieces, so maybe we just fitted them together a different way? Digging the art style? Yeah, it's nice.
This
must have been their god. What word is that, above it?
soul.
Mind, body, and soul, maybe? Because we had mind in the other room and soul in this room. And they seem to be tending his body there, but I guess we'll find out.
The word on his head is a lot clearer now. Amadea?
It means...
Wiener barrel.
Criminal.
This was his punishment?
I don't know.
Well, we should look around. There's still one last door.
It's very interesting.
Faith in him must we place, for he sees all, knows all. His gaze could rain destruction. His heartbeat could give life to lands. His breath could level mountains. His whisper could open the skies. Time is his plaything. The lands are his clay. His word is law. Our lives are his.
And here's the last one.
Are you ready?
I like that they give it to you in order. Even though I started at like a
doing?
random...
Not attacking.
Why?
The statue. They're staying away from it.
As though they revere it too.
Come on. Let's not take it for granted.
Okay. Run away! Yes, you did. You did for me.
What do you think this whole ritual was about?
I'd say some sort of cleansing. In the first hall, there was a physical cleansing. In the second...
It said mental, but I don't think cutting people up was very clean for the mind.
The third hall was a cleansing of the soul. It was a religious room, after all.
Maybe...
And now the last one?
Probably to see why our poor criminal needed to be so clean. Let's go.
Maybe they used pain as a focus for the mind. Like, that's how you cleanse the mind. This is just a wild guess. But, like... Maybe that's what it was. They're like, let me just finally slice your palm or your temple and rip your brain out. No, I'm kidding. Just like maybe the pain was the focus to like shut all of the other brain thoughts out, and that's what how they cleansed it. Too far. What, ripping the brains out is too far? I'm not doing it. I'm not the one shackling people.
This mist again.
I need to cut my hair.
Be on your guard.
Nope. How? Why did I knew that was gonna happen? I fucking knew it. Well, attack it. Don't just stand there. Ancient Caravaro. Ah! The fuck? No. No healing. I attack you with squirrel. I don't know what these little things are, but I have a feeling I don't want them to hatch. Ow! Oh, they already destroyed that. Okay, good. Jab it. Jab its arm, fist, leg, body. Oh shit, I'm almost dead. Oh crap. And down I go. Can we get some healing, my friend? Excuse me. Q, boy. Hey, can you get me up, please? Excuse me, excuse me.
Take it.
Alright, I'm up.
Chance.
Now what does this do? Quicksand. I don't think that's terribly useful for us right now. Let me just, Zephyr over here.
Better than this.
Attack it! Attack it! Kill it! What are you doing? Thank you. Stop stabbing me! Also, let's get her back up. It's almost dead! Ouch! Ouch! Yay! Ooh, hello. I'll take this mask. Thanks. Thanks so much! Cowbungs. There are a lot of quotes. Yeah, we are up to 300... something? I forget how many. No more dick chase, I remember that. Mind Flayer, that'd be cool. Guess they're branching out. Werby, no! It is not Sparrows in time. Bad, bad, bad. No, no. Come here, come closer to my bush. 150. Yup, I can totally bend over while supporting a dude. 200 is cowbungs. 250 mother liquor. Comes from the teat. Gives you an inebriation you just can't beat. I remember that one. Yes, and I remember you clipped that. I guess I love chicken penis. Yeah, I think that's the most recent one. Nope, I was wrong. Somebody please get so close to the sport bikes. There we go. Okay, anything else around here that's neat? Wait, what did she just run away? Where'd she go? Amadeo! Excuse me, madam. She's not down with our shenanigans.
It's all Dementica.
It's a recitation. You who sinned, you have been cleansed. You will serve, a vessel to atone for your transgressions. You will heal the flesh you harmed and shield the face you scorned. For all eternity you will be. Your soul will be bared for all to see, and your strength given to those you weakened. Through the Father's heart you will be redeemed from...
From what?
Ophira amesta aphes. From man to mask, you will be.
Are you saying...
The Masquerines had once been Dementicate. They're criminals. There is no other interpretation.
These were their gallows.
Tides. And the artifacts. They facilitated this?
Oh yeah.
Converted the Dementicate into Masquerines?
Seed heart.
I think they did.
Ages. This changes everything.
I don't know what seed
is.
Our
Masquerines.
In this
They'd
context.
been alive once, Cicero. They'd have stories to tell, worlds to paint for us. If only we could somehow get to them. What?
I'm just trying to understand.
I think I explained it quite well.
Not it. You. Why you try so hard to hide this side of you. Under all your acidic words, there is a heart that beats. I just don't know why you suffocate it.
Cicero, don't.
But Amadea...
You know very well. She just told you that someone very important to her died. Duh. Use your fucking brain. So yeah, knife, seed, heart were the artifacts to make Masquerines. And the masks were made out of people! Sorry, I keep shaking the camera. It's because the arms of my chair are hitting the table and going... Brrr! Silent masks, yep.
There we go.
Amadea?
I was just thinking. The artifacts, if we find them, if we want to make more Masquerines, who's going to play the criminal?
Actual criminals, maybe? Wasn't it close to 1,000? I don't know. I never added it all up.
It's been moons since I climbed so many flights.
Just be glad it's behind us.
What is that? Liz.
We have to help her.
Ages, what is that thing?
Questions later.
I don't know, but his horn tootin' is very funny to me. Let's go! Do you get questions about Hype Shrimp? That's awesome. I wore Hype Shrimp out the other day. I forget where I went. Probably just grocery shopping. It was just what I was wearing. I wonder if anybody looked at it and went, what the fuck is that? Nobody asked me anything, but yes, I am happy about that. Wish there's a command that could tell you total amount of time, not just when you followed. Yeah, there might be something within Phantom Bot that does that. Phantom Bot is weird. There's certain things that... Don't squeeze me! Oh, jeez.
Focus.
Come back here. Stop running. Yes. Destroy.
Once more. To the deep.
What are you... Lysandra! No!
Amadea.
Who the fuck did that?
We searched the cavern below, sir. She didn't make it.
Get back to the streets. The others need to know. Gently.
I'm sorry.
This moment has been on the horizon ever since the war began.
That doesn't make it any easier.
Yes, it does. We are tired of fighting, of losing, of dying. Our respect for Lysandra, for the dream she held onto, was all that kept us going. Now that she is gone...
What are you saying?
Perhaps now is the time for us to rest. To fade into the shadows, where we should never have left. Perhaps it is good that she is gone.
You don't mean that.
Yes, I do. The crest of the Malacarte. Your brother designed it. A wreath
of Night's Bane, to remind us to be a beacon of light in the darkest shadows. A swath of red for the blood of those who gave their lives for us. And a shattered mask for the dream that one day they will not matter.
That dream has long withered in our hearts. This crest no longer has a home.
Cesaro.
Take it, or the soil will. Good. Now, the golden canvas.
What?
Before the Dactytes attacked, Lysandra was going to tell you about the Herald. They have a temple under the golden canvas. Lysandra and I had been there once. They tried converting us, but we resisted.
A temple?
For something that's appearing to be their religion. Go there, and you will learn more yourself. There is only a single red grating in the whole ward. Descend through it, and you'll figure it out.
And what of the Malacarte?
I have said already. Now is the time for us to sleep. Goodbye, Cicero. I hope we never see each other again.
A little early for a fire.
It's a cold day.
Did you know her well?
Not really. I'd seen her maybe twice in all. And she and my brother, they were close.
There was nothing you could have done. You made a breakthrough today, learning about Masquerades. That's quite an accomplishment.
It doesn't feel like it.
Everyone's talking about the golden canvas. It's Seho's sojourn today. It'll be bustling.
Festivities, just what I needed.
Cicero.
I know, this is pathetic, but allow me just a moment. The Malacarte were my brother's dream, and now... It seems foolish that I'm mourning something that died years ago.
You mourn when your heart calls for it. There is never a foolish time.
Calden?
Yes?
Never mind. It's an unworthy thought.
I think by now we both know there is no such thing.
This investigation, this thing that we're wrapped up in, it's growing bigger than I ever imagined it'd be.
I don't think any of us imagined that we'd learn that Masquerades had been Dementicate, that they'd been alive.
I don't know what else we'll find. How much bigger this might get. We have limits, all of us. I made a promise.
And you're trying to keep it. That's enough for me.
Have you spoken to the twins?
The carriage can't fit all of us, but they're willing to make 2 trips. Leventhus and his family have plans to go too. They are runic after all.
Then we should leave soon.
I'll tell the others.
Okay, so I guess that was one of the enemies that did the rock formation that made her fall. Their outfits were just a little bit similar, so I had a hard time differentiating. But yeah, I was wondering how that would affect Cicero, considering that, like he said, that was his brother's dream, and now, like, it's almost what's left of his brother is gone now. I'm sure that's how it feels. So even if he did mourn the loss of his brother, he's probably feeling it all over again. And that line from Calden, that almost made me cry. It is very real. You mourn when your heart calls for it. But yeah, I'd have to look through what Phantom Bot has built in. It's not a custom thing that I have. Since I donated 253, shouldn't I be the top donator? That is all handled through Tiltify, and I think they just count it as a single, the biggest single donation, rather than a cumulative thing. But that's not anything that I have control over, I don't think. I know you're mostly asking out of curiosity. Just, no, I could tell you're joking. You used Kappa. It was a perfectly written sentence on the internet. But Tiltify does have a lot of weird settings and things that I'm not familiar with, and they changed stuff. So I can never be too sure. Oh, you want some pretty colors? I can do that for you. Sure. What can I get for you? A little something like this? A little something like this? Yeah.
Quite a thing, isn't it? I wonder what she'd once been like.
She?
My Masquerade.
You're so sure it was a woman?
I like to think so.
I can only imagine how the city would react to this if they found out.
Do you think we might one day be able to communicate with them?
I don't even know if they're sentient anymore.
It's worth a try, though, isn't it?
Be my guest.
If you can hear me, give me a sign. She must be sleeping.
Other side of your hand? Yeah, I don't know. But I imagine it might be similar to, like, sometimes where the point of contact is... I don't know, who knows? Who knows? I'm not a doctor. I'm gonna talk to her last, because it's probably gonna be the most traumatic.
Ready for the sojourn, Damien?
It's so exciting. I heard they're selling the
I did not at
anthologies
all
of Mayara
expect that. That was awesome.
Damien, we already have half of them.
But the collection has Mayara's notes.
All right, all right. Let's go get the stories we have.
I
Maybe
did
we can
not at
trade
all
them in for a better
expect that. That
price.
was awesome.
Your son is close to his culture.
What are you doing?
Sometimes too close.
Let go!
Gets that we're an Umber. The color of skin means so little here.
I did
Homesick?
not at all expect that.
Terribly
That
so.
was awesome.
What is it? Ven.
We were supposed to sail tomorrow.
Sail?
Across the belt back
I
to
did
Rune.
not at all expect
What?
that. That was awesome.
Please don't take this the wrong way, but I watched you and Cyrus grow up maskless.
You don't want him to go through that.
Neither does Levia.
I did not
That's
at
why
all
she buries him in her
expect that.
culture
That was
instead of the culture of the city. She doesn't want him to grow up feeling like he's worth less simply because he doesn't have a stupid mask.
Give me 1
It
second.
certainly kept the light in his eyes.
I can only hope it'll stay.
You should go. Tomorrow is still ahead of us. You can make it.
And let you take care of yourself. The last time I did that, you almost set my house on fire.
Then I'm serious.
Before you came back, there was little reason to stay. But now, maybe you can teach him a thing or two.
Me?
About life in the city. Ease him into its better half. Give him a mask, maybe.
A masquerine? Then, I don't think...
Ah, forget I said anything. You have other things to worry about, I'm sure, and so do we.
Oh, Ven.
Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Lego, thank you so very much for gifting all of those subs. Most of the, I think all of those were new. To MCND, GA Logan, Corpse Lord Spam, and Cal. Thank you so very much for gifting more subs. I can't believe you. We are up to 88 patrons of the hype because people have been spoiling the crap out of me recently. So we are, what, 12 away from a silly songwriting stream? That's ridiculous. Thank you so very much for hanging out with us, Lego. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Isaiah, hello, and how are you doing? And Lego, we will see you another time, but first, Dancing in Color. You know what? I will do that. It doesn't carry over through scenes, but I will... Oh, whoa. Whoa! This is approximately what we had. You want some Technicolor dancing, you get some Technicolor dancing. Here we go. We're gonna one more time thank Lego for making people brand new patrons of the hype. We're gonna do it again, cause Lego's a crazy person, but we appreciate them, yeah. We appreciate them, yeah. We appreciate all the stuff that you do and the things that you say. We appreciate the generosity. We appreciate the generosity, and so we flail about to thank you. Flail about to thank you. We're gonna do lots of dancing. La 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 la. Na 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 da da da. La 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 da. I don't know what that was, but when do I ever know? I don't know what that was, but when do I ever know? I don't know, when do I ever know? I don't know ever, I don't know ever. It's my generosity, it's my gratefulness from your generosity. There we go. It's like spewing out of my face and mouth and body and limbs and flailing and stuff and things. My brain is dead. My brain is dead. Brain is dead. Brain is dead. Oh, brain is dead. Thank you very, very much, Lego. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, lyrics are not my strong suit today. Haven't seen her get like this in a long time. Oh yeah, we do this all the time. All the the time. Need 51 cents to give 12 more. That's okay. That's okay. You've done enough. You have done enough. Thank you very, very much for all of your generosity today, between tossing subs at people and St. Jude. That's a lot. How you doing, Mike Dub? But yeah, we do this all the time. Every time there's a new patron of the hype, gotta celebrate. You could rock some hot pink hair. I had hot pink once. It was supposed to be Coke can red. It was supposed to be red like this. And it came out hot pink. But also the guy doing my hair wouldn't do the whole thing because I was young. So they only bleached like the underside. So like pinned it up like this and bleached the underside and did it red, which came out hot pink, and then the top was darker. Like not black, but like a dark, dark brown. Guess your migraine's over with? Yeah. For a while. Hadn't even thought of it. You don't know about glowing green eyeballs? I think I look fabulous with glowing green eyeballs. I can rock the fuck out of some glowing eyeballs. Like, oh no! You save your dollars for you. You had purple come out hot pink. You were not happy. Yeah, I hate hot pink. It is my least favorite color. Or at least it was at the time. I think lime green is probably my least favorite now. Hot pink has its places. And I actually didn't mind it as a hair color so much. But I wanted Coke can red. I wanted red. So I was pretty upset. Oh, thanks for the water.
Amadea.
Yeah, too close to natural hair color.
Not now. Please.
We did all we could.
I know.
Oops. My little sister showed up with purple hair the other day. Nice. Getting my dollars from the state right now since I'm unemployed. Oh, since you're on unemployment? Well, make sure that you keep some for you. Put it in like a savings account or retirement fund or something.
Thinking of how to tell the Judge, Master?
It's not every day that I'm required to be the bearer of news as world-changing as this. Masquerades and Dementicate? It's almost too much to believe.
But you do?
How can I not, with everything that's happened?
I'd imagined you to be more, skeptical.
Kind of surprised we told her.
I suppose you would, wouldn't you?
Tis your honor?
If you'll excuse me, Inspectore, I have a report to send.
Of course.
I suppose since she's like part of the group, we told her, because we just like came back and told everybody, but like she's a spy. And she told us she's a spy, so it's not a great spy, but it's a little unusual, I feel. I'm 18, I'm not retiring anytime soon. I mean, but now's the time to start. $18 is perfect time to start saving. Any time is. Yeah, I just recently I've been trying to set up a retirement fund. Things have been delayed because of this, that, and the other thing, and I have to talk to my advisor again, but anyway. Let's see, so we don't have anybody else to talk to in here. Let's read some codex entries, just a few, because we have a lot. We've got one in here. Orlana. Desperation is a common motive that drives the actions of many in the city. Also, can we just... the music in this game so good. I have seen the extents to which it pushes the people and the consequences it has. Orlana might have simply taken Calden's journal, but that move is more than just petty thievery. It is a crossing of boundaries by a member of a faction that has sworn to maintain neutrality. I know not how exactly her involvement is going to steer the course of events, but only that it will. Well, yeah, of course, Wormy. The concept of a family means drastically different things depending on which part of the city one hails from. To the Masquerada, family ties are ones formed by blood and blood alone. They are the substance that holds legacies together and consequently are revered with utmost deference. To the Contadani, however, blood means far less. Most of us that grew up in the gutters have missing squares in the patchwork that is our family tree. A long-lost mother or an unidentifiable father. I am lucky in that I know both my parents, and even luckier that I grew up under their care in a thing many would call a family. Few other Contadani are as fortunate, and consequently, they treat blood relations as insignificant. With this lack of reverence for biological bonds comes a certain freedom, however, the ability to choose those that one would regard as family. Such is the case with orphans like Vint. I admit that I do not know her familiarly, but it is easy to tell from the way she talks about Calden and the other children that the Sailheart is as much a home to her as any of the guilds are to a Masquerada, and within this home of hers is where she has found her family. She seems like a girl of strong enough character, jaded enough for one her age, but I suppose that's to be expected from someone who grew up as Contadani. And despite the rough conditions she must have had to live through, she has managed an enviable simplicity in the way she sees the world. I don't suppose she picked that up from Calden. That man's life is far from simple, and even farther from enviable. But it's refreshing indeed. Though I hope she does not involve herself too deeply in this investigation, I'm hoping that this isn't the last time our paths cross. Yes. The world could do with a little bit more dragonness. You do spoil me. I have one Twix left. But those snacks lasted until now. Those lasted a really long time. That was a lot of spoiling of me. You're silly lady. Thank you. I hope that someday I can also spoil my friends, but I don't have the means currently. Someday I'll be rich and famous and I can just toss money all willy-nilly. I mean, I'm never gonna be willy-nilly with it. You know what I mean. I try to treat my friends when I can. Aww, I forgot. I forgot I was your Valentine. No offense. Valentine's Day was a very long time ago. It seems like 10 years ago at this point. Jesus. I don't need anything anyways. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about most things. Like I said earlier, just like occasionally a book, and sometimes I treat myself to dinner, and that's about it. Just save it. Spoil us with your kindness and awesomeness. Oh, hush your face. You silly. Jezero von Hurik. Dreams are not tokens handed down easily. The passing of belief from a person to another is a process that has no formula, and which leaves little tangible evidence in its wake. I do not believe that it is a skill that can be taught, or an ability that can be learned. It is simply something that happens, or, in the case of Jezero, something that doesn't. I cannot blame the man for not taking up the mantle. It is one that has been made heavy by the blood it has been steeped in, but that does not make his decision weigh any less upon my heart. After all, his dream was one of the last few things Cyrus left behind. As much as I'm inclined on attempting to convince Jezero to reconsider his decision, I know it would be hypocritical of me if I did not first do the same. Until I can convince myself that I fight for my brother's cause, how am I to convince anyone else? Lysandra. Of course she still bears the bitterness. I was a fool to think that we might have been able to meet her without bringing up the past. How can such a contentious history ever truly be buried? But still, my heart heaves with guilt when I think of Lysandra. She had once been the lover of my brother, his right-hand leader. Now, like the Malacarte, she is but a fragment of who she'd once been when Cyrus was still alive. In some ways, her plight might be considered more tragic than my brother's. He did not live to see the fall of the movement that had dedicated his life to building. He brought his people to as high a pinnacle as he could, and his story ended there. But Lysandra? She's had to witness them lose everything, all while battling the grief of losing a love so impossible to find. And yet I have come back simply to use her. I cannot think of any other in this world that has more right to hold contempt for me than her. Still, against all odds, the hope for her people, the hope that my brother instilled in her and so many others, still lives, however weakly, in her. She has not given up completely, and she is still willing to trust me if that brings promise to the Malacarte. I'm unsure how to feel about that. On the one hand...
I did not at all expect that. That was awesome!
Thank you, Anonymous, for gifting that sub to Fiona. Fiona, I think that was actually her first time being a patron of the hype. The gift sub fairy has overlooked my BB until now. Thank you very, very much, Anonymous. And here we go again. Oh, look, I'm colorful. Give me just a second here, because it is not time for colors. It's time for regular-ass, boring colors. Here we go. Here we go. We're gonna thank Anonymous for making Fiona a patron of the hype for the first time. We're gonna thank Anonymous for making Fiona a patron of the hype for the first time. We're gonna thank them, oh, we're gonna thank them, yes, we're gonna thank them with a celebration dance, a celebration dance, a celebration dance. We're gonna thank them with a celebration dance, a celebration dance, a celebration dance. We're gonna thank them with a celebration dance. The best dance that you've ever seen. The best dance that you've ever seen. My hair is swinging like a peen. Best take tits you've ever seen. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do 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 do. We're gonna thank you, Anonymous. Well, that happened. It happened for you earlier too, Salty Hearts. Thank you very much, Anonymous. I appreciate that. But yes, every time someone becomes a patron of the hype for the very first time, we like to celebrate. Because what do meerkats do best? They dance. As evidenced by the beautiful dancing that you just witnessed. How are you doing today, by the way? Where was I? I am unsure how to feel about that. On the one hand, I am certainly glad that she's cooperative, and hope that she still will be once we get out of this damned place. But on the other, the fact that she still believes in the dream that my brother weaved for her instills a sorrowful disquietude in my heart that stems from reasons I cannot fully comprehend. Certainly it reminds me of my brother's mirth and vigor, which I often miss, but I suspect that it is not everything. The more I contemplate the situation, the more I begin to feel that it might be perhaps because she is evidence that Cyrus might have been right. It is true that rarely in any war is there a right side. Each has their own motivations and reasons, selfish ones more often than not, for acting, but I'm beginning to think my brother might have been onto something when he fought for the Contadani, when he proclaimed such a dream. There is a persistence to that belief, a strength that it gives those who harbor it that makes it difficult to dismiss. Consequently, if my brother had been right, a simple but no more palatable fact follows: that I was wrong. Oof, just kidding, it was great. What's the count now? 89. Don't get any ideas. Don't get any ideas, you. You can always do exclamation point patrons? Patron count? Sub count? Something like that. If you're ever curious. Lysandra II. It is patrons. Good job, brain. It seems I was wrong indeed. That strength Lysandra had, it was special, but not by virtue of its nature. It was special simply because she held it. Now it is gone, and so is the last fragment of my brother's dream. My father used to tell us a short tale when we were young, which I believe he'd penned himself. I still believe he was a better blacksmith than he was a writer, however. He told us there was some kind of a lesson in it. I think it went along something like this. The sheep are scattered, each by its lonesome. The sheep have no dreams or wishes or troubles. The sheep find a shepherd to take their burdens. He thinks for them and bears their stresses. The sheep are bright and mirthful and radiant. Their lives know less grief, but instead companionship. The sheep stand together, those once many, now called one. But time is a cruel mistress, and no fruit stays ripe forever. She comes and she claims, and even the best are not spared. The sheep lose their shepherd. The flock is now free. I had never known what the message behind the story was. I'm unsure if I ever will. I'm in the car, can't voice or text gift subs. Good! You stay safe. You stay safe and keep your dollars. Very kind and generous, though. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. We've got about 8 or 9 minutes left in the stream. I hesitate to step through here because that'll likely set off a very long chain of events. You know how this game likes to keep me in cutscenes forever. So maybe let's just read a couple more codex entries. And then I'll find someone to pass you all along to. Because I need, as I said earlier, to go get hand soap and meatballs from the stell. Leventhos Mirimbus. This is my friend. It is difficult to talk about Leventhos without smiling. The man is truly a joy to be around, an attribute that is scarce to be found in Amber. Many who know me know that Leventhos has been a large part of my life for a long time. But if I am to describe my relationship with the man, we must first start at the beginning. Runic, just off the waters, Cyrus subtly motioned with the fingers of his free hand. He held the digits of his signing hand just beside his ear, so it looked like he was playing with his hair or picking his nails. It was a decent enough cover for communicating with street signs. With street sign, I see. So he was doing like some funky hand signals, but like half in his hair. So he was like, got it. No guards, he signed, which was unusual for the docks. Others called us foolish for deciding that this was a good spot to find prey, but Cyrus and I knew what we were doing. The fact that there were often significantly more guards at the docks than there were at the other notorious hunting spots not only meant that we'd have to deal with less competition, but also that the pilfering would be easier. Guards were just as aware of the reputations of certain places as we were, and they acted accordingly. This is long. Following Should have kept those dollars. Look down now, I need gas. No! No! Naughty! I give it to you. My heart can be transferred to dollars, I think, right? Shit. Following my brother's gaze, I saw the man he'd been referring to. Tall and lanky, with the trademark ebony black hair and pale skin of the runic people. Indeed, guessing by the style of attire he'd chosen to don, he mustn't have been here very long, and his features. Runic people were infamous for their youthful looks, but this man couldn't have been any more than a decade older than I was. What was a young runic man who I'd guessed had barely started his third decade of life, this sentence tripped up hard. What was a young runic man who I'd guessed had barely started his third decade of life doing here? Okay, there's something grammatically wrong with that, that's fine. I waited until my brother looked over. Look at clothes and face too. Young, first trip? Must be, he signed back. I nodded, waiting for you. Cyrus returned the slightest of nods and brought his free hand back to the book in front of him to turn a page. Glances slowly began following onto my Can't fucking talk right now. Glances slowly began falling onto my brother as he started to lower his cover. He made the peepholes in the book he was reading a little more obvious. He held the book a little higher and allowed a brown page or two of empty paper fall from it. To anyone who'd just started watching him, it was clear. He was a street rat, a lousy one at that, scanning for prey. They wouldn't do anything to him, not unless he moved. He wasn't worth their time, but he wasn't the one that lost the coin flip today. I shuffled through the crowd, my walk filled with purpose. I was a young dock worker who'd been told his salary for the month would be halved for breaking that stupid precious tesseract vase from yesterday's shipment. I frowned. I wasn't happy. People would catch on to that. They'd excuse my rough shoves. My journey through the mire of flesh and odors and sounds, was just one of the many plain journeys through the crowd, and any eyes that should have been wary of me all had a much brighter target to keep watch over. The pathetic excuse for a pilferer that was my brother. Aha, clever ruse. I reached the runic man in a few short moments and sidled up beside him, helping him unload one of the shipments from the boat. I hear the winds from Rune are roughins this time of year, I grunted, burning my voice a little. A little brine in the throat, salty fish between my teeth would finish the accent. We put the shipment down and he made a shh noise. Must have been a runic grunt or something. He turned to me. Thank you for that, but I don't remember asking for anyone. At least he had come with a healthy dose of skepticism. Mouth, please. Nah? I asked, cocking my head to the side. But the boss said, over here you'd need some help. I said, pointing off behind him at one of the dockmasters. He turned his head to follow my finger. I'm sorry, I really don't. I was gone. The snatch was perfectly executed. He'd tied his purse to his trousers with a typical runic knot. A simple lift of the knot's inner coil, and a quick tug of the outer string was enough to release the catch into my hands. I blended into the crowd as quickly as I had emerged from it and caught my brother's eye. He raised a single eyebrow in a smirk, but my expression quickly faded as he waved at me, desperate. My grin quickly turned into a frown. What, did I pick the wrong man? Purse, no. He gesticulated frantically. I stopped in my tracks. What was it? I looked down at the purse in my hands and cupped the bottom, feeling its contents. They were hard. Heh. I tugged open the strings and turned the pouch upside down as its contents began to fall out into my palm. Whatever it was jingled on its way out, so what else could it have possibly been but... 7 small black pellets fell into my palm. I hadn't instantly recognized them, though my curiosity at that moment drowned out the disappointment that they weren't crescents. They had a distinct smell, and it scratched at some buried part of my memory, but I couldn't quite identify what they were. Rolling one between my fingers, I made note of its features. It was hard and dense and smooth and oddly familiar. Where had I seen this before? I looked back up at my brother and began to sign. I frowned. My brother wasn't looking at me, but his eyes were wide open and his mouth agape. Why wasn't he looking at? I spun around and followed his gaze, watching as the shipment I had just helped unload came to life. The lid of the wooden box shattered, sending splinters flying into the air and people screaming, as a winged serpent, perhaps the size of a large dog, burst into the air. A viper tail. I looked back down at the pellets in my hand, and the smell almost overwhelmed me with recognition. Dried blood vine seeds. Catnip of the viper tails. My throat parched very suddenly as I looked up to my brother and his moving fingers. Run. He hadn't needed to sign that twice. And with that, I think that's a good time to skedaddle. So let's quit the game. Yes. And I will say thank you everybody so much for being here and hanging out with me today. Let's see if I've got anywhere fun to send you off to. I appreciate so very much you all being here, lurking, chatting, hosting, anyone who brought up the St. Jude stuff or perhaps sent the link around. All of the gift subs and the bits and the hosts and all of the everything. I really very, very much appreciate it. And I hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Let's go over to someone who I never get to raid. We're going to raid Casper. Because he's on when I can actually be awake and hang out there. Yeah, I have to go to the store, but like whatever. I'll go in a minute. Hey, Tacodactyl! Good to see you. But yeah, thank you, Kit, for dropping the Discord link. Make sure that you get in there if you want to play games with us offline. We've got a book club, which will be starting up soonish. Like within the next month or two, probably. Movie nights. And any sort of planning for playing together on stream and stuff. And so we're going to raid Casper. We're going to raiding Casper. So we're going to, how to raid. We're going to go to twitch.tv/Casper. Wait for me to post the raid message and then spam that shit. I want a strong raid, Meerkats. If you have other places that you need to go after, then feel free. But if you would do me the kindness of copying and pasting. What's the plan for Elite? I don't know yet. I'm going to ask in the Discord channel. So if you are in the Discord, I'm going to say, hey guys, what do you want to do tomorrow? And then whatever the popular opinion is, that's what we're gonna do. We'll play. We'll do something. But I don't know what that something is quite yet. Alrighty, friends. Thank you so much once again for being here and for all the love and support, not only for me, for the court, but for St. Jude as well. Casper is also fundraising for St. Jude. So yeah, let's go over, say hi, spam the message a few times, and then if you've got other places to be, then go be and do them. And I will see you all tomorrow at 2 p.m. for some Elite Dangerous action. All right, my darlings. All right. See you then.